Hello, Andrew Wasson from CreativeGuitarStudio.com. Jamming on and inventing new chord progressions is one of the most fun things that we get to do as guitar players. If we're writing loops at home, and we tend to also go and use them later for practicing on soloing, and that's a lot of fun. And also, if what we write is really cool, we'll probably go and use some of those chord progressions for perhaps some of our own original music as well. Now, one common problem, though, with all this scenario that we would do in writing is a lot of times, especially for intermediate, beginner guitar players, they're going to face times when writing chord progressions are going to be a problem with adding in extra chords. It's usually fairly easy to maybe find two chords, that fit together fairly well. But then when it comes to adding in more chords after that, it can sometimes become a bit of a challenge. So in this video, I'm going to run through a method for bringing in additional chords to your practice progressions. And this is also going to work great if you're an aspiring songwriter as well. All right, let's start by establishing a basic 2-chord jam. Most people can come up with a couple of chords fairly easily. We're going to try and cover 4 measures with these 2 chords. It's all set up in the key of C major, and we're going to use the 1st and the 4th chords of the key. That's going to put us on a C major and an F major chord. Here's what that sounds like. So next what we're going to do is we're going to add a chord into the mix. And we've got this C major, we've got the F major there. So our options are going to be, in looking at the 1st chord of the C major, we're going to look at options of either the 3rd or the 6th of the key. So that's going to give us options in the key of C major of either the chords of E minor or A minor. So let's start out by adding in the E minor chord. Let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, so that sound of E minor, that's a pretty decent sound to add in around our root chord. It's a nice chord option for our progression, but we still have another choice to test out. So next, let's try out the 6th chord, and that's going to be A minor. We're going to find out next what that chord sounds like in this progression. Let's listen to that right now. So if we stop for a moment and we take inventory of what's been going on so far, we have determined that in this major key here, we have a couple of chord choices that we can add in and around the key's root chord. And since we're in the key of C major, we can also look at that specifically to this key as being either the E minor or the A minor. But in general terms, if you were in other keys, because you can use this concept in any major key out there, it doesn't matter, F major, A flat major, D major, G major, it does not matter at all what key you're in. The 3rd and the 6th chords of any key can always act in conjunction with that root chord. So both these chord options, they sound good. They both can have a nice choice alongside of the root chord. So now that you understand this portion, let's move over to that F chord, because I've got an option that you can add against that chord as well. Hey, I know that we're only halfway through this video, but I wanted to stop for just a moment to let you know about the guitar courses over on my website at CreativeGuitarStudio.com. I've got step-by-step beginner, intermediate, and advanced courses that work alongside of in-depth guitar elective programs to form the best guitar courses available. Now, these guitar courses work to help you learn to identify exactly what's required to get you up to that next level of guitar playing, and they do it in a very organized step-by-step way. So let's get back to the video lesson, but I look forward to helping you further over on my website at CreativeGuitarStudio.com. So when it comes to options for the F chord, the fourth chord of our key of C major, we can choose the second degree of our major key and have it come in as an optional chord and function alongside of the F. Now for the key of C major, the key signature we've been using for these examples, that second step option would give us the chord of D minor. So now let's add in a D minor chord along with the F into the chord progression and find out what that sounds like. Well, now that we've had a chance to practice adding in chords to help with enhancing progressions and help make even the most basic sounding two-chord jam a little more jazzed up, I want to wrap things up here with a quick summary to review exactly what we've done by way of adding extra chord choices into the progression that we've worked on today. Now this way you'll be able to go forward with this process and apply this method to enhance any chord progression that you're jamming on. Plus, if you understand relative major and minor process, you'll be able to apply this exact same idea with relative minor keys as well. Well, the process that we've covered here offers a lot of interesting options of using things like, the sixth or the third chords of the key when there's interest in enhancing the root chord of a progression. And if we're looking to enhance the sound off of the key's fourth chord, we can use the key's second chord as an option there. Plus, these options will also work in reverse as well. So the application is bilateral in how it can be applied musically. And that means, let's say if you had a D minor chord in the key of C major, and you wanted to put something against that, you could choose the F. So it's all blending really well. It's all part of the same key signature, and if you understand those principles, plus if you understand the relative minor process, you can really do a lot with these procedures. They're just great. And it makes it a really cool way to compose since it offers you immediate options when you're writing your chord progressions. Well, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Be sure to hit the bell so you're notified of every new upload that I do on YouTube. And until next time, take care. We'll catch up again on the next video. Bye for now. When it comes to online guitar lessons, there's no place better than CreativeGuitarStudio.com. General membership to the site is always free, and paid memberships to access our step-by-step beginner, intermediate, and advanced guitar programs are offered in reasonable monthly and annual packages. Skype lessons are also available if you need more specific instruction one-on-one to discuss the finer details of your guitar playing. Sign up today at CreativeGuitarStudio.com. I've got 25 years experience teaching guitar and have written a well-organized step-by-step guitar course. Head over to my website at CreativeGuitarStudio.com and sign up for a free membership today. Join the thousands of members worldwide who have already enrolled. There's no need to try learning the guitar on your own. Let me help you become the best guitar player that you can be.